Hey guys, this video is sponsored by Cookie Gamer, and they are offering a Logitech mouse and Panasonic headphones for free for a limited time only. Check out the links down below if you are interested, and with that said, enjoy today's video. Before we get started, go subscribe to my brand new channel. On this channel, we are going to be doing things like Nintendo game reviews as well as Elite Smash challenges, and once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be doing a Nintendo eShop gift card giveaway, so link in the description and enjoy the video. How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC leak discussion video. In today's video, we are actually going to be taking a look at an extremely interesting new leak, because this leak tells us about a bunch of new characters that are going to be joining Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and a couple of these characters are actually under code names right now. However, guys, as always, and I cannot stress this enough, just because this leak claims to have credible information, that does not mean that this leak is going to end up being 100% real, so make sure you guys take it with a grain of salt and realize that I'm talking about this just for fun. If you guys would like to read while I talk, you can find the link to the original post in the description bar down below, and now with all that out of the way, I have to tell you guys where this leak came from. So guys, this leak was sent in to me by one of my subscribers on my Discord server, so if you guys haven't already joined up, you can find a link to my Discord as well as links to all of my other social media presences, such as my Twitter, Twitch, and Patreon in the description bar down below, as well as the pinned comment. And now guys, with all of that out of the way, this leak comes from 4chan, so let's go ahead and take a look at it, shall we? So guys, like I said, this leak comes from 4chan, and it is titled Smash Codename Leak, and it is posted by Anonymous. It starts by saying, 5th DLC character from what I know is Doomslayer. Doom Eternal will have a Samus costume exclusive to the Switch. As for bonus DLC characters, the only one I know for sure is Gino from Who Will Be Shadow Dropped at the VGA. However, in order to keep leaks to a minimum, they have started to refer to the characters as codenames. Apple, because of the apparent connection to Ubisoft, my guess is Ezio. Warrior, I don't know, but it's most likely Ryo Hayabusa. Rival, I think this one is probably Crash Bandicoot, and the other codenames are Anecdote, Court, and Raccoon. Oh, Terry is also coming very soon, by the way, early November. So now that we've gone over this entire post, let's talk about it a little bit. So guys, the first thing that I want to go ahead and say is that yeah, codename leaks are something that are definitely very interesting, because each of the characters that has joined Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as a DLC fighter has actually come in with a codename. So for example, Piranha Plant had the codename of Pakun Flower, we had Brave as the name for Hero, and then we also had Jack as the name for Joker, so we do now know for a fact that most of the DLC characters do in fact have codenames, so just keep that in mind that this is something that happens on pretty much every DLC character basis. Now in terms of the 5th DLC fighter on the first Fighter's Pass, apparently it is going to end up being Doomslayer. Now obviously, we have been talking about Doomslayer a ton on this channel. He's probably the most likely character to make it in at this point as the 5th and final DLC fighter. He fits in extremely well with the color theory, he's had tons of games on different Nintendo platforms, and he has Doom 1, 2, and 3, Doom, Doom Eternal, and Doom 64 on the Nintendo Switch, so yeah. Doomslayer at this point definitely makes a ton of sense, and I could definitely see him joining. If you guys want me to go into more detail about him, go ahead and check out a different video because we talk about him a ton, so I just wanted to get him out of the way really quick because we have a ton of different characters to go ahead and talk about. Next up, apparently, we are going to be getting at least one bonus character, and the bonus character is going to be Gino from Super Mario RPG, who is going to be shadow dropped at the Video Game Awards. Now right away, this is definitely something that makes a ton of sense in terms of both the bonus fighter as well as getting announced at the Video Game Awards, because obviously, we had our first DLC character besides Piranha Plant announced at last year's Video Game Awards, and it's the day before, or this year it actually might be the day of, the 1-year anniversary of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so yeah, it definitely makes a ton of sense with the entire world watching to announce a new DLC character coming to Smash Ultimate, because last year when they announced Joker, so many people went absolutely wild, and getting a character like Gino, who's a fan favorite character, would definitely be super amazing, and lots of people would absolutely love it. Next up, apparently, they have started to use codenames for characters to minimize the leaks that get out, and honestly, I'm not too surprised by this. Now, originally what came to my mind was a leak that came out a very long time ago, which had different codenames, like I think one of them was Ponytail, there was one for Old Man, there was one for Banjo or something like that, and it was this one that made a lot of people really think, so I decided to cover this leak today because I've always really liked the codename leaks. I think they're super fun to try and figure out who it could be. So now guys, let's go ahead and talk about some of the characters who currently have codenames. So first of all guys, we have codename Apple, and apparently this guy thinks that it is going to end up being Ezio, who, for those of you guys who don't know, is actually a protagonist of the Assassin's Creed game franchise. Now, honestly, I think this is probably the first time we have ever talked about an Assassin's Creed character ever making it into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on this channel at the very least, and honestly, I think it's pretty strange. Now, I played a couple of the Assassin's Creed games before. I played, like, Black Flag, and I can't remember the other one off the top of my head, but I have played a couple of them, and honestly, I think that if an Assassin's Creed character did make it into the game, it'd be really cool. I mean, the Assassin's Creed game franchise is extremely popular, so getting a character from Assassin's Creed in Smash Ultimate would be really cool. Now, I'm not sure how it would end up working, and personally I think that Rayman or the Rabbids would be a much better candidate, but if we do end up getting Ezio from Assassin's Creed, I'd be okay with that. After that, we have codename Warrior, which is apparently going to end up being Ryo Hayabusa. Now, for those of you guys who weren't already aware, Vergaben as well as Sabi have come forward and they have said officially that Ryo Hayabusa is not going to be the 5th and final DLC character on the First Fighter's Pass. Now, obviously, Vergaben as well as Sabi are two very trusted and very credible leakers, so to hear them say this about this character means that he's probably not going to make it in on the First Fighter's Pass, but Sabi said that he does have a chance of making it in a little bit later, and honestly, I think that's definitely going to happen. Obviously, since so many Smash Ultimate fans have been talking about Ryo Hayabusa for so long at this point, I'm sure that Nintendo has started to pick that up a little bit, and they're starting to notice that, hey, everybody's talking about Ryo Hayabusa, so maybe we should put him in the game. I mean, he'd probably be a really cheap character to get because obviously, we haven't had a Ninja Gaiden game in 5 years or something, so yeah, I could definitely see Ryo Hayabusa joining. After that, apparently, the next codename is codename Rival, and this guy thinks that it is probably going to end up being Crash Bandicoot, and honestly, I definitely agree with that. Now, for those of you guys who weren't already aware, way back in the day, 20 or even 30 years ago at this point, there was a huge rivalry between Mario, who was obviously the main mascot of Nintendo, we had Crash Bandicoot, who was the mascot of Sony, and we also had Sonic, who was the mascot of Sega at the time, so yeah, there was a huge rivalry between these three characters, and so far we already have Mario and Sonic, but Crash Bandicoot is nowhere to be seen. Now, I understand that there are a lot of people out there right now that are saying, oh, Crash Bandicoot has no chance of making it into Smash Ultimate. He's a Sony character, and Nintendo and Sony hate each other. But guys, we got a character from Microsoft in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so it's definitely possible that we could get Crash in as well. Also, that is definitely a fan-made rule, so get that idea out of your head right now. Crash Bandicoot has had just as many games on Nintendo consoles as he has had on Sony consoles, so yeah, he definitely also has a chance of making it in. And then in terms of the other codenames, apparently we have Anecdote, Court, and Raccoon, and honestly, the only one that I can really think of from those different codenames is codename Court, and to me that sounds like Phoenix Wright. And then in terms of Raccoon, honestly, the only character that comes to my mind is Tom Nook from Animal Crossing, but considering we already got Isabelle and Villager, I kind of doubt it. And then honestly, I have absolutely no idea who Anecdote could be. It'll probably be like a Joker character where they're they like to laugh or something. I don't really know. Just let me know your thoughts about those in the comment section. Also, apparently Terry Bogard is coming very soon in early November. Obviously, we already knew that. Pokemon Sword and Shield are going to be releasing 2 weeks from today, so Obviously, they're going to want to get Terry Bogard out before then, so that way people don't have to decide between Terry Bogard and Pokemon Sword and Shield, because honestly, a lot more people are definitely going to choose Pokemon Sword and Shield. However, guys, with all of that being said, do I believe that this league is real? Honestly, guys, probably not. As much as I absolutely love the codename leaks like this, there's just something about this that is telling me that this league is fake, so yeah. Honestly, at this point, I think this leak is fake. However, guys, with all of that being said, let me know your thoughts about this leak in the comment section down below. Do you guys believe that this leak is real, and would you be happy if it was? Why or why not? Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.